What's up, everybody? And today is not going to be some challenge. We're not going to go see what we can shoot on 9 or 18. Today, we're going to be dialing in some wedges. And we're only doing that because what I have come to find out about my golf game right now, the weakest that it is in the yardages of anywhere between 70 and 95 yards. And I would like to say that where the driving range is clutch and it can help you with any kind of swing mechanic you want to try to work with. If you want to get them lower scores, you need to figure out what part of your game is your weakest, and you need to attack that in practice. So that's why we got wedges right now. So with that being said, I'm not fully 100% comfortable with a 60 degree, so I've been using just a little knockdown 52 degree for those 70 and 90 yard shots, and I just cannot feel, I'm not as in control with my 52 right now. I don't know what that is. So we're going to try two different approaches. We're going to try it with the original 52 like we've been doing and see how that feels. But then we're going to try just to hit a kind of softer 60 degree wedge, because my max number with a 60 is the 95, maybe 100 if the weather's right. But like a wise man once said, my father, he said, you never want to swing a wedge full. And I have taken that to heart. He told me that when I was maybe waist tall, and I've lived by that ever since. So let's get into some golf shots. So the first few are going to be with just what I've been doing with the 52 degree. And we're just going to try to knock it down and not swing as full. But I think my problem is coming from when I'm trying to take some off, I'm like de-selling. Okay, well, the first one's actually pretty good. So we're just going to keep trying because it still felt, this is also an 80 yard shot. But it's still, I mean, that was a little toey, but and see, like, that's where I think this trying to take so much off and already doing a knockdown club is where it's stuck. Because I'm either gonna, I got real lucky on the first one, but I'm either gonna like drop my hands and just chunk it, or try to get too handsy and flick my wrist away. Because like, I know I'm not swinging hard with the wedge and I'm already taking some off, but like I don't know, I guess I'm just not feeling in control just taking it back to like right here. So like, that one felt good, but I don't know. Like, I'm gonna try some with the 60 after these first few, but we'll see. It's like I missed that one, and it's gonna end up being good. Yeah, like I don't know. It's just, there's so many things that go into a wedge, because I know like everybody has their ideal golf swing they want to do. But when you put a wedge in your hand, you have to get real. It's based off of what the golfer feels, in my opinion. Which I'm not a very mechanical golfer. I'm a very feel golfer. So like I feel like I'm taking it back the same and swinging the same, but it's different. The wind is in the face, but so we'll try. See, and I just can't, I don't know, I'm just not controlling it. Now we're going to try just a soft, somewhat, it's not going to be a full swing 60, but it's going to be a little bit of a knockdown. Maybe like a 75, 80% 60. And see, like I try to avoid this club as much as possible. So I mean, this just feels like a foreign language in my hand. So them balls might be going 60 yards, maybe. And it feels like I'm hitting it clean and good. Which that's kind of why I was in between hitting a more fuller swing 60 than hitting like a knockdown soft 52 degree. And that's where I'm kind of torn. I think this is why this is the worst part of my game right now. But that's barely on there. But I feel like when I'm taking it way back, I don't have any control over it. So we're gonna go back to the 52, because that, even though I don't really necessarily like taking that much off of a wedge, it still feels like I can control the ball flight and the strike better. A little pull, but see, that's got the number all over it. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe coming out of winter, I just didn't have any feel with my wedges, but this feels way better than trying to knock down a full 60. That's deep. And so I think that was the best ball strike, but I feel like I took it back the same. I don't know. It's just there's so many different ways you can go about hitting a wedge that just makes you, which really golf in general, just makes you question everything about your game. That was just a miss hit off the hosel. But I mean, I understand every shot is going to be different than just hitting a straight on 75, 60, 80 yard shot. I mean, you'll have, your green will be above you, your green will be below you. What's the wind doing? What's your lie? Or I mean, there's something hanging over the top of you. There's just so many different aspects that could go into it that if you don't know what just your stock swing and ball flight is for this kind of shot, how are you going to know what to do when you have an obstacle in your way? So that's why I'm trying to just dial these few numbers in. That way, after that, I can go do whatever I need to do for whatever shot I need to be doing. Sure. There's a lot of people that think the harder you hit down on top of that ball, the more spin it's going to have. The harder you swing, the more spin. That's not necessarily correct. You don't ever want to have to feel like you're absolutely swinging your shoes off on a wedge. It's just so inconsistent. So inconsistent. This is why I can't break 70, but we're going to before this summer. Well, you'll have one of those. Just, I guess when it comes to a wedge, you have to be so precise, yet when you're swinging it, it almost feels like you're not even swinging a golf club. And it's got, I don't know, it's just, there's so many things that go into it. Like, naturally when you grip down a little bit on the club, it's going to take some off of it. But then if you do that on top of not even swinging full, taking it back to parallel or a little bit over, I mean, that's all based upon the golfer, how far you hit each shot. But I think that's why it's throwing me off, is because you don't want to oversimplify it. And when I got a wedge in my hand, it's exactly what I'm doing every single time. I'm like, all right, I've knocked this much off of my club. I don't need to swing it this far back. How's my impact? Do I need to attack the ball? Throw all that out the window. It just hit. Right over the flagstick. Anyway, that's just a little bit of practice I was going to do today, and I haven't been able to really make any videos because of the weather it's been on the weekends, and we're still recovering from this ice storm that happened back in February or January, whenever it was. And I was not knocking the driving range. I've spent hours at the driving range trying to get my swing the way it needs to be. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying, if you want to really improve your score, yes, the driving range is good. Go play. Go see where you're weakest on a hole. If you're on a par 5, if the weakest is on a tee shot, go work on some tee shots. If it's a 3-wood in your hand, long iron, go work on those. That just so happens not to be my problem right now. It might be next week, but right now, in the past few weeks, it's been this 70, 65 to 95 yard range shots that I cannot dial down. So that's it for this video. We're still gonna do the Break 25 challenge, and we're gonna do it. So if y'all will please like, subscribe, share. I will see y'all next time.